He's 36 years old, fled from Baluchistan to Afghanistan, and in 2010 he moved to Switzerland, where he's been living in exile. He's joining us tonight live from Geneva. Welcome, Mr. Bugti. What are you making of our Prime Minister's intervention from the ramparts of the Red Fort? He's publicly acknowledged the Baloch freedom struggle, spoken of India's commitment to helping the people of Balochistan secure their rights. How are you and other Baloch people inside Balochistan and spread all across the world looking at what our Prime Minister has said, sir?
In Balochistan, and in this whole time, during this whole time, the international media, local media, and the international humanitarian organizations are not allowed to visit Balochistan. So one can imagine that what's going on there. So there is military operation, every day there is a bombing, every day there is a helicopter gunship strafing the population, killing women and children. So it's a war-like situation. They are doing the genocide of Baloch people. They are killing our Baloch top stream systematically, the lawyers, the journalists, the political leaders, what they have done in the Bangladesh. So this is very encouraging step, and we really appreciate, respect, and we are very thankful, and I especially already thanked, and again I thank Mr. Prime Minister Narendra Modi Sahib for his stand, and we hope that this will continue in the near future.
What specific help are you expecting from the Indian state and from the Indian people? Pakistan says its territorial integrity is inviolable. We've already seen Bangladesh being carved out of Pakistan in 1971. Are you hoping that in the years to come, there will be a separate country of Balochistan as well?
Of course, definitely. I'm not agree with the statement of respected leader of Congress and Mr. Kasuri, because I know this is the internal problem, but this is not internal problem. Balochistan was, a part of Balochistan was sovereign after 1947, and before 1947 at 11th August, and the other part was forced to join Pakistan. We tried our best to get to be good citizens in the boundaries of Pakistan and to get the equal share. But each and every time the Pakistan responded with military operation. So I think this is not fair that one can say that India should not interfere. India is not Pakistan. India is not Afghanistan. India is an emerging superpower in the world and a responsible neighbor. So it's the duty of being a responsible neighbor. India should intervene, like India intervened in Bangladesh and rescued the Bengali brothers from the Pakistani genocide. So this time, again, we are requesting and asking for help from our Indian brothers and from the Western powers, the United Nations, to come and intervene, help us militarily, intervene, stop. Because it's a war-like situation in Balochistan. They are killing. It's a totally genocide. So I think military intervention or financial support, I think is the best example. Whatever India done in Bangladesh, so we request the same from India.
Is that even possible, realistically speaking, because the world has moved on? This is no longer 1971. Pakistan has nuclear weapons now. While you're seeking military intervention, that is a very, very dangerous idea given the geopolitical reality of the South Asian subcontinent right now. What do you believe is more realistically possible? What specific help? Because surely when you're saying help militarily, in Bangladesh we sent in our army. In Balochistan, also because of geographical reality, you can't surely send in the army. So what specifically would you like to see Manohar Parrikar, Ajit Doval, Rajnath Singh, Narendra Modi, the people who help national security in India, what specific help can they give you?
I think I totally agree with you, but the thing is that this is not only, I'm talking about, like, if you look at this in a bigger picture, Pakistan is becoming a dangerous country for the whole world, because who is supporting Taliban? who is supporting the Taliban in Afghanistan, who is supporting all the extremist groups in Pakistan, ISI. So this is a problem, an international problem. I think India should raise this issue internationally in each and every forum and convince the Western powers to stop Pakistan becoming, maybe if you do not stop Pakistan now, it becomes very dangerous in future. Not only for Baloch, not only for India, but for all over the world, for the whole world.
Okay. Brahumdagh Bugti, what are Baloch separatists, nationalists, freedom fighters intending to do? Now you have the will and support of the Indian people, the public support of the Indian government. How are you taking your battle from here, Mr. Bugti?
As I said already, we think that this is very welcoming statement, and this is not what we really wanted, because, as I said before, that it's a warlike situation. There are gross human rights violations in Balochistan. So this is not that India, if India is raising this problem, highlighting the situation of Balochistan, doesn't mean that India is interfering. Highlighting the human rights situation, gross human rights violations just in your neighborhood doesn't mean that interfering. So it should be done before, but I think it's a very good move that the Prime Minister took a stand on Balochistan issue. But I think the real thing, as I mentioned before, is to understand and to convince the Western powers. It's I think, being a responsible neighbor, India, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, what happened in Bangladesh, I think all the fingers are going to Pakistan.
Okay.
In the bomb blast. And if you ask the Afghan government, they will, I think, tell you better than me who is behind the insurgency and who is supporting the Taliban.
Okay, Brahumdagh Bugti,
in Afghanistan.
for joining us tonight live from Geneva in Switzerland. Thank you very much. Thanks also to Siddharth Nath Singh and Jyoti Malhotra for joining me on the newsroom show.